All right, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Under the Rim podcast. And it's about to be a hype week coming up next week. Got the Last Dance. I think it's the Last Dance or the Final Dance. I keep getting it like messed up in my head. That documentary comes out, the world is gonna blow up. The world is gonna blow up. Everyone's hyped for this. I saw a tweet today saying Jordan literally was like had to take breaks in the documentary from getting interviewed because he would just start crying. He would just start he would just start crying, and he didn't want anyone to see him cry on camera. This man misses just breaking down players so bad that he just starts crying, bro. And it's just the love for the game, the competitiveness that this man had, the aggressiveness, that really killer mentality that everyone likes to talk about. You can still see he still has it. Yeah, I bet if he could still go, he would go. And like he doesn't take no shit from no one. So I'm not the biggest Jordan fan, but I'm pretty hyped for this. I'm I'm excited to see what's going on behind the screens. This like behind those six titles. Like we just got to see the games and how they won, but what happened behind the screens? Was there chemistry issues? Were they tired, injured? Like how LeBron broke his hand in the first game of the 2018 finals. Like were there injuries? Were there chemistry issues? Like there's a lot of stories I want to hear, and I saw all the celebrities and athletes that are going to be in this documentary, and it's crazy, bro. We're going to talk about this guy's impact on the game. I'm telling you right now, the NBA world is going to blow up, and everybody who is everybody will be watching this documentary, because that everybody knows. Even if you don't watch basketball, or you aren't interested in basketball, everybody knows who Jordan is. Everybody who knows the name who Michael Jordan is, bro. He's one of the most famous people on the planet. All right. And this documentary is gonna be hype. I think hopefully it could be bigger than Tiger King. I don't know. Like Tiger King was enjoyable, but hopefully this Jordan documentary really does go viral, because I think it's the perfect time to release it. Yeah. So before I get into more Michael Jordan stuff, because this episode is gonna be kind of more Michael Jordan oriented, I guess, to prepare some hype for the upcoming documentary. I just want to talk about quick the horse challenge that happened. Like that I don't even know what to say. That was garbage. That shit was garbage, bro. And I get that the NBA and all of them are doing the best that they can, but that was garbage, bro. Like I only got to see a little bit of I didn't even watch it. I just saw clips on Twitter of the Trae Young Chauncey Billups, and it was pixelated. It was laggy. It was like recorded on a 2002 flip phone. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen produced. It was like I was watching a Bandicam or Bandai Cam or whatever that used to be called. It was horrendous. And I think I saw yesterday that Mike Conley won on an over the backboard shot. I just got a notification from the app, and literally nobody cared. I didn't see anybody tweet about that. I didn't see nothing about Mike Conley winning this. It was the most hollow and empty win that I've ever seen, and I feel so bad for this guy. But it's not even his fault. They tried. The NBA tried. Like they're just trying to stall until they can get an answer, a reasonable answer. And what am I thinking? I'm thinking I saw a tweet from Woj saying that Adam Silver said anything's on the table at this point. They don't necessarily have a date of when they're gonna make an announcement. If they're bringing back the season, they're canceling it. They said there's plans of even pushing the next season a little bit more forward. So who knows? I think they should, because I think they should continue the season. This is something that's never been encountered by the NBA. Yeah, they had lockout seasons, but like you knew the NBA was coming back for sure. Now you don't. So who knows? Who knows how this is gonna go on? But at least we have this documentary coming up to talk about. And bro, ever since the documentary been announced this whole week, First Take has been going crazy. First Take has been going crazy. All the Jordan, LeBron comparisons, all the Jordan whoever comparisons. How good was that Bulls team? And the first thing I want to start off with is Bill Laimbeer. He was saying that Bill Laimbeer himself was on the Bad Boy Pistons. He played against MJ, and he said himself that LeBron is better. And do you just want to say, yeah, it's because like Michael Jordan waxed y'all after y'all waxed him, or you're just still salty? You could say that. You could say he's still salty, but you could say that this man actually played against Michael Jordan, and he's actually watching LeBron. So who knows? I'm like, you already know me. I'm saying LeBron all the way, but that's because I'm a LeBron fan. But I don't know. Bill Laimbeer, it's kind of weird to me, because he was on the Pistons and he could be harboring some feelings against Jordan. And then I saw another thing. I think Shaq posted on his story. It was, can the three-peat Lakers beat the Bulls? And Shaq was like, yes, without hesitation. This man did not question it, nothing. And everyone is disrespecting the shit out of Shaq. Was it the three-peat Lakers? I swear it was the three-peat Lakers. Hold on, let me check. Because it was either that or they took like their fantasy five on the Lakers or something like that. And either way, I saw the comments were just filled with Lakers, 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 Lakers. Let me see here. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so it wasn't the three-peat Lakers. It was everything 5-on-5. So you had the prime Bulls were Michael Jordan, Scotty, Rodman, Derrick Rose. I forget the last guy's name. I'm blanking here, bro. I'm blanking. But then on the Lakers side, you have uh, Anthony Davis, Shaq, Kobe, Magic, and LeBron. You already know Lakers are taking that all the way, bro. What the hell? Nobody. Okay, so my thing is Jordan will get his, but also Kobe will. Magic. No one's got a Magic. Okay, no one's got a Magic, but no one's. I don't think can Magic stop a Derrick Rose, prime Derrick Rose. We're talking about. This is the guy who took on the Heat by himself and won a couple of those games. Again, I don't think. I don't think he's stopping Derrick Rose, but I don't think Derrick Rose can stop Magic on the passive and just creating like shots for everyone. No one's stopping Shaq. Shaq is the biggest X factor in these games. LeBron will get his, AD will get his, but Shaq, bro, he is eating. He is eating in the paint. Okay, he is destroying in the paint. I think when it comes up to the Lakers and the Bulls, right here, like that fantasy matchup, you already know that the Lakers are taking it for sure. If it was the best of 7 game series, they're sweeping them. Okay, they're sweeping or at least giving it going in 5 because Michael Jordan pulled something out of it, pulled something out of his ass. I don't know, but it's crazy going up to this documentary. How much hype I haven't seen this much hype in a hot minute, and it's kind of interesting to me to see because like this guy Jordan was insane. I was just reading a couple of these crazy stories and I got reminded by the time he literally ended Muggsy Bogues' career. That like I don't like, and then you're like, oh, what season-ending injury? A lot of people like just regular basketball fans, they might not know this. A lot of my friends might not even know this. I know some who really deep dive into the basketball stories that they'll know, but bro, if you guys have never heard this story, so basically what happened was, I think they were playing it was either Charlotte and Bulls, whatever team Muggsy was on at the time. And then Muggsy had the ball and Jordan was guarding him and Jordan was like, shoot it, you effing midget. And this guy shot it, missed, and after that his career was never the same. His career was never the same. This man ended his career with words. With words, bro. I don't know. Like I think even Muggsy said himself it was weird after that. And this man has the competitiveness, the killer mentality all the way through the end. I'm searching up a couple stories right here, just crazy Michael Jordan stories that we really didn't hear. And someone is like, this man right here, there's a video of him betting $500 with a fan at a golf charity event and winning it. This guy had no remorse. He didn't give a shit if he was at a golf charity event or nothing, bro. And there was time where he repeatedly duped Scottie Pippen out of $100 by betting on pre-recorded races. This guy's a snake. For that. Well, how are you gonna do like that? When he intimidated the Bullets by smoking a cigar. So the Bullets used to be called the Washington Bullets before they got called the Washington Wizards. And then I think one of my favorite stories was the Dikembe Mutombo story, when they were sitting in the locker room and he's like, you haven't gotten me yet, Mike, like you haven't dunked on me. And literally like a couple months later, this guy yammed on his head and then did the finger wag at him. And I was like, oh my God, bro, shot the free throw with his eyes closed. It's crazy. What was he doing? Was it Larry or was it Jordan that did the story where he counted down his points. He said I was going to get this many points to his defender. Like, say he said 40 or something. Every time he scored, he's like 38, 36. Or like he didn't tell them. He just started counting down for no reason. And he started counting down how many points he had. That is the coldest shit I've ever heard in my life. Okay, just imagine you're guarding somebody and they're like 38, 36, 34, 32. And then you're like, what the hell is he talking about? And then you look at the scoreboard and you're like, bro, this guy dropped 40 on me. What? Where did that come from? And when he hits 0, he just looks at you. Oh man, I think, is Jordan one of the best trash talkers in the like ever in the NBA? Is he the best, or would you give it to guys like Reggie, Gary Payton, Garnett, Larry Bird? Honestly, if you ask me, I think it's Larry Bird. I think Larry Bird is the GOAT trash talker. After all the shit I've heard this guy talked, the crazy stories, bro. This guy was telling people what he was gonna do before the play and then do it. Like, and then do the exact thing in the clutch too, bro. This guy was like, it would be like he'd be down a point, about to win the game. He's like, yo, I'm gonna pull up from here and I'm gonna drain in your face and I'm gonna win the game. And he did it. And then there was one time where he went up to like the bench of like, I forget which team. He's like, I got a present for you. This guy made a 3 and turned around, looked at them, said Merry Christmas. Like, bro, what y'all? What? I'm telling you, like, Larry Bird is one of the coldest players to ever lace up a pair of sneakers, and people need to put more respect on this man's name, bro. Larry Legend is one of the goats. But then you can't really exclude the other trash talkers. You know, like KG telling Carmelo that Lala tastes like Cheerios. Bro, are you crazy? But you can't even say nothing because that KG. This man will stab you in the neck. And like it's insane to me when I hear these stories, because that's what I was saying. Like, Larry Bird has to be the GOAT trash talker, if you ask me. You know, like Jordan was up there, Kobe was up there, but Larry Bird was on a whole another level of trash talk, bro. Like, just by looking at him, you think he wouldn't be able to do shit, but then he drops 70 on your head, and you'd be like, huh? The stories I've heard, bro, is crazy, bro. Like, when you tell someone what you're gonna do and do it, talk trash to the bench. I didn't think he was dropping. There's another story where he was dropping like 50 on a guy, and he went up to the bench. He went up to the coach, and he's like, "Can you sub someone in who can guard me? Like, this man cannot guard me, bro." And the coach is like, "I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do for that? Like, what do you want me to? He can't guard you. I don't know." Imagine being that good at the game. It's crazy how he only won 3 championships. I think it's because like injuries took him out, his lower back injuries. And then Magic Johnson, like if I had to line up trash talkers, I think it'd be Bird, Jordan, probably Gary Payton, KG, maybe. There's a lot of good trash talkers. Kobe maybe is in there. Did Kobe talk a lot of trash? I think he did. Kobe really did talk a lot of trash, but you never would see it. You never really see it until you hear the stories that players talk about. I think that there's one Jordan when I was just about to talk about. It was really crazy. Yeah, it was when the time Magic Johnson. You guys probably seen this on Jimmy Kimmel. The time Magic Johnson talked trash to Jordan, but it was only one time. The first time he's ever talked trash, and he said, and there was the Team USA scrimmage game, and he's like, "If you don't become Air Jordan, we're gonna blow y'all out." And this man turned into Air Jordan. This guy was like turned into Mike, bro. And he did a 360 poster, bro, in a practice game. So you know how crazy you have to be to attempt a 360 poster in a practice game? Like, what's wrong with you? What you on, bro? Yo, that reminds me. If y'all seen, that was the funniest thing I've seen. One of the funniest things I've seen. It was, what's his name, bro? I'm blanking here. Iman Shumpert. He was talking about the game where he was on the Knicks versus the Lakers, and Kobe started going off, bro. Kobe said he started like Iman Shumpert was lighting him up. Well, not lighting him up exactly, but like scoring on him in the first half, I think. And then third quarter came or something, and Kobe was like, "Good game." And then it was like, "What? The game ain't even over yet." And then this guy started lighting them up, bro. And then when he did the off the backboard pass to Gasol, and then Iman Shumpert's like, "Bro, what you on, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you?" Hey, bro, I miss Kobe so much, bro. There's so much things that I love to hear this guy talk about, honestly. And he was, to this day, like, even after he retired, this guy was still on it, bro. You try to disrespect him, he's like, "Nah." Someone asked him, "Who's the best out of you?" You, Jordan, LeBron. And he said me, of course, and then LeBron, not Jordan, and then LeBron. I'm like that always wondered me, who would win in a 1v1 like at their primes, Kobe or Jordan, because they were so similar. But Kobe's game, like he could shoot threes better than Jordan. I think Jordan was more athletic, probably more athletic, I think, but then his shooting wasn't as good. So who knows, who really would have won that? And they both played incredible defense. So who the hell knows? Who can? I can't tell you who would win that matchup. It's just crazy to me. But I'm really really hyped. Like I'm just reading these stories for this documentary. Like the time, he dunked on John Stockton, and then like I'll just read you the story. So the details are somewhat like here and there, but the story goes like this: despite being an all-time great, John Stockton only stands at 6'1", which is pretty small by NBA standards. A disgruntled Jazz supporter took this into account, yelling at Jordan, "Pick on someone your own size," or some like pretty much something along those lines. Jordan was like, "Aight," not his head. And Mel Turpin, Utah's backup center, suffered the consequence. He's 6'11", bro. This guy's almost a foot taller than Stockton. As he ran back down the floor, Jordan yammed on his head, turned to the heckler, and he said, "Was he big enough?" And I was like, "Oh my god." I hope they have that in the documentary. All these stories I'm talking about, I hope they have this in the documentary. When he punched Steve Kerr in the face, the Muggsy Bogues thing, this thing, they have all of these documentaries. But I hope they also deep dive into the conspiracies. Like why he left to play baseball. Was it a suspension? Was it the gambling? Was it that he just want to play baseball? Like what really happened in the flu game? Was he sick? Was it food poisoning? Like I hope they really deep dive into all these different things, that I've always been curious about when it comes to Jordan, because I never got to watch Jordan growing up. And even if I did, it was like at the ass end of his like career when he left, when he was on the Wizards. Yeah, he was still doing good on the Wizards, but like you didn't get to see Mike, bro. You didn't get to see him when he was dominated. Like by the time I was growing up, it was like Kobe, AI, LeBron, Durant, like the same guys we have now. But you didn't get to see, like I didn't get to see Jordan in his prime. So this documentary is gonna be really interesting for me to watch, and I guess it's gonna give me a new perspective. And I'll tell you guys what I think about it next week when after I finish it, and some of the interesting things I can pull out of that documentary. So I'm super looking forward to this. It's it's gonna be hectic. It's gonna spawn memes. It's gonna break the internet. I'm telling you right now, the LeBron versus Jordan documentary, not documentary, LeBron versus Jordan conversation is about to get insane. Get ready for Skip Bayless tweeting some bullshit after he finishes the documentary. Like LeBron could never do that. Like, that's why I kind of don't want it to. Like, I'm kind of like on it coming out too, because everyone's just gonna shit on LeBron for no reason. This man's gonna be vibing at his house watching the documentary and getting hate for no reason. But who knows? That's why we love ball, to play it, to debate it, to do all these different things. And like, bro, it sucks not having the NBA around right now, because we'd be in the playoffs, we'd be gearing up. Who knows if any upsets would have happened? Who knows who is winning it? I had LeBron winning his fourth ring this year, and AD getting his first one and cementing AD as one of the best big men in the league. And AD wasn't even getting injured that much this year, knock on wood. But it's insane to me. But that's all I can really say for now. Just I'm hoping the Lakers, not the Lakers, the NBA comes back soon. I hope they announce something that they're gonna bring back in like July, August. Hopefully, I'm thinking. I don't think it's gonna be June now. Definitely not May. May is too close. They don't even have a vaccine. So what can I say? I know the NBA players want to play desperately. If they can find a way to quarantine the players in like a building and have like all of them not really like out and really expose themselves, then maybe. But can you really risk it? Because if one of them get infected, it's over. It's over for the entire league. That's like a super huge risk. So whatever they're coming up with, I respect. I'm gonna get super upset if they really cancel the season because it's just been suspended. If they cancel it, it's over. But anyways, that's all I really want to talk about for you guys right now. Let me know if you guys want me to talk about anything different in the next week's episode. Anything you guys want me to cover, any debates, stories, conspiracies, anything you want me to talk about. Thank you so much. If you haven't yet, you want more content, check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/theycallmemythic. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week.